Hello YouTube, my name is Dick3% and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. And we are continuing with the path to the Vanguard, and that means only one thing. Yes, that's right, we're on tier 5. We have already done Orion, Iron Duke, and now it's for the old Queen Elizabeth. The Grand Old Lady, as she was also known as. But yeah. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. So, we are running Andrew Cunningham, as usual, same build as last time. Base trait, concentration devastation, increases main battery shell grouping. We've got Madden and Fisher, both for reload, and Fisher for range, and Madden for traverse speed, because some of the battleship or British battleships turn time are a bit iffy. So we are also running flammable cannoneer, gyrating drawbacks, marksmanship, reaching out XXL, and fight fire fire. We are rank 16, legendary 3. Okay, upgrades. So we are running the aiming systems mod 1. You could run the main battery mod 2, but oh my god, run this. The accuracy on this thing is insane, especially at its tier. Plus, it overmatches almost everything. So, yeah. We are also running a damage control system mod 2. You could run propulsion mod and steering gears, but I prefer to go for damage control system because obviously fires and floods. But if you want to, just go for the others. We are fully upgraded. Loadout, we are running the spotter plane as usual, but I don't have Arthur, so I always run the observation plane or spotter plane just for that extra shell grouping. We have a historical camouflage, finally, type 9, which actually, to be fair, does look very nice on Queen Elizabeth. It is only a grade 2. It's always been a grade 2 for me. So, and we're also running the dreadnought flag. Obviously, it's British, and I mean this is very close to the dreadnought time. It's a super dreadnought, if you want to say that. It doesn't look it, but trust me. Okay, specs. Survivability, we have 55,300 hit points, which is pretty nice. Armour is 16 to 330 millimeters, and torp damage reduction is 22%. Very nice at the tier. Artillery, you have the 381 millimeter 42 Mark 1s. You've got 4x8 of those, 4x2 of those, reaching out to 18.1 kilometers. Which is very nice at the tier. Reloading at 28.2 seconds, and turn time is 41.5 seconds. Now, obviously, you can decrease that with the main battery mod 2, but in my eyes, I'm fine with it. I always play the, the dreadnought. Well, not the dreadnought specifically, but dreadnought battleships like this, the Tennessee, the New Mexico, the Colorado, all those sort of ships, or the lower tiers, I'm used to now. Or like some of the higher tiers, like Yamato, for example, that's like 37-second turn time. So I'm pretty used to it now. So, but if you're not, go for the turret traverse speed, yeah, aiming systems is completely fine. HE shell damage 6,300 with a 35% fire setting chance, which is again very nice in the British battleship specialty. They love setting fires. But Queen Elizabeth, I mainly run AP because it is just magnifique, so bit of French there. AP shell damage 12,312, again not bad for its tier. These are 15-inch guns, so yeah. Secondaries, you have the 114mm 45 Mark II BDs, 10x2 of those, reaching out to 4.2 kilometers. reloading in 5 seconds and doing a 1700 damage, 80 shell damage, and a 8% fire setting chance. AA, it's okay on the ship. It's not the greatest, but it's not the best. It's in between. Plus, it's tier 5. So again, in between those tiers. But you know, AA, it's fairly alright. You know, it's British, so British AA is pretty good. It's not as good as the American one, American AA, but it's not as bad as the German or the Japanese AA. So you know, it's just in between those that category. But yeah, so you have the 20mm Erlinken Mark 4s. You got 14 by one of those, doing 50 damage per second, reaching out to 2 kilometers. You've then got the 20mm Erlinken Mark 5s. You got 4 by 2 of those, doing 24 damage per second, reaching out to 2 kilometers again. You've then got the 40mm Vickers 2 PDR Mark 8. You got 4 by 8 of those, doing 79 damage per second, reaching out to 2.5 kilometers. You've then got the 114mm 45 Mark 2 BDs, or aka the secondaries, 10 by 2 of those, doing 89 damage per second, reaching out to 5 kilometers. Maneuverability, not the best. Obviously, it is a super dreadnought, so it is still slow, but it's not as slow as the Iron Duke or Tennessee or New Mexico. Obviously, 21.9 knots, or round it up to 22 knots. That isn't bad for its tier. Obviously, there are faster ships, but they are also weaker. So you know, you have that bit of a trade-off where you have the speed, but you don't have the armor. But you have the armor, but you don't have the speed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, turn and circle radius is 680 meters, not bad for its tier, and a battleship as well. Rudder shift time, 15.1 seconds. All in all, maneuverability very good. You barely notice the speed if you're used to dreadnoughts or just any other slow ship. And yeah. So concealment, obviously it's 14 kilometers because my camo is a grade 2, but it can decrease only ever so slightly. I think it's like 13.8, 13.7, something like that. So detectability after firing main guns, 18.1. When ships on fire, 16. By air is 11.4. By after firing main guns, 19. When ships on fire, 14.4. Guaranteed is always 2, and while firing in smoke is 13.1. Statistics. So this is my most popular tier 5 battleship. As you can see, I've played 354 games in it, 213 of which are victories and 141 are defeats. I've survived 107 of them. Main gun accuracy 37%, very nice. Win rate on the ship 60%, also very nice. Highest battle achievements though, 6 ships destroyed. Obviously this was like a while ago, I haven't even recorded the game yet, so you know. But highest battle achievements, 6 ships destroyed in a game. Aircraft destroyed 33, so that would get you clear skies. That max damage 169,000 damage, a very good number. Max XP 3200. Warship spotted 5. Damage upon your spotting 76, and potential damage is 1.8 million. We're not really bothered about the others, so we'll just leave them. Okay, armor. Yeah, you're green. Hold on. Whoopsie. So it cannot be overmatched by 14 inch, but it can be overmatched by 15 inch and above, so you need to be careful. It can overmatch itself. You are very squishy. Obviously you're like fairly green all over. You do have that little bit of that belt, but it doesn't really do much, to be fair. You know, but Queen Elizabeth, it's a tough one. Yeah, so like I said, it's squishy, but you can angle kind of. But you need to like I don't know, like Dreadnought Shuffle kind of. You know, Dreadnought Shuffle it. I mean, the firing angles on these on the rear two turrets are insanely good. So you know, you're firing from like this angle, which is amazing. So then you only need to turn ever so slightly that way if you're angling from shots. Which, I mean, obviously, if you see that bit of orange there, you can angle. But yeah, you see the blue on the torpedo protection and the actual on the deck. Yeah, no, that's not saving you from shells. But if you angle, you know what you're doing, you can really smash the team and like survive. So yeah, let's have a look at the Citadel. It's low. It's under the waterline, and you do have a turtleback, but do not trust this turtleback. I've never citadeled a Queen Elizabeth, but you can smack it for about 20k because of the armour and how squishy it is. So be very careful. Obviously, you have that little bit of citadel there and a little bit of citadel there. That one at the front doesn't do much. You can't like citadel there. Neither at the back. Obviously, it's not German turtleback, so do not trust it. Like any other ship, except for the Germans. But except for that, you are good to go. Overview. Okay, so you have superior HE pen. Above average HE shell penetration, yes, is British. I mean, all the British battleships have that. Pure shot shells with a good ballistic trajectory, maintain velocity, making aiming easier. Yes. These shells like I don't know, rockets. I don't know. But yeah, the shells on this immaculate, especially with the AP. AP smashes everything, especially with it being short fuse armor piercing. You can smash cruisers, take them to port like the first 30 seconds of the game. Obviously, I don't think if that's possible. I don't know, but yeah, the short fuse armor piercing is immaculate. It's so nice to have, especially going up cruisers. Obviously, battleships you can still chunk them, but you won't. It'll be a little harder to citadel them or dev strike them. So yeah. Agile, above average ability to change direction. Yes. Maneuverability is very good on this, so keep in mind. It is still slow, but you can still move direction very easily. Queen Elizabeth, the first battleship in the world to carry 15-inch or 381mm main battery guns. When commissioned, she was one of the fastest ships of her type. In the interwar period, the battleship was extensively upgraded. Her Her torpedo protection was reinforced, and her outdated secondary battery was replaced with an up-to-date dual-purpose artillery. The ship also received aircraft handling equipment. She entered service in 1915, and there were 5 of them. So you've got the Queen Elizabeth. I think I can name all of them. Queen Elizabeth, Warspite, Malaya, Victorious. I've no. Hold on, because I know 3 of them. Malaya is one of them. Obviously, Warspite. Where is my phone? Warspite. There it is. Warspite, Queen Elizabeth, and Malaya. Yes, I know I've all got them all right. Hold on, just bear with a minute. Queen Elizabeth class battleship. No, that's the carrier. No, oh my god. Names. Ah, that's it. So you've got Queen Elizabeth, Warspite, Malaya, Valiant, and Barham. And they are all very nice ships. But in my eyes, Warspite is probably the most famous out of all 5 of them. She was in the all 5 of them were in the Battle of Jutland, most famous battleship to battleship combat in probably the world, or in this case World War One. Obviously, they then got refitted with secondaries, and the superstructure got updated, and they both got aircraft. I'm talking about Warspite and Queen Elizabeth. They were in World War Two, and then I think they all got scrapped except for, I think it was Valiant or Barham, which got sunk. I think it was Barham that exploded. Like, this was an accident. She capsized. I don't know. One of them capsized and exploded because the cordite, which they were still using, the cordite and all the shells, as it capsized and flipped onto its side, all the shells and all the cordite, all the gunpowder inside the cordite exploded, and it just went up in flames. So yeah, but Warspite I know was scrapped, and it's a real big shame that she wasn't a museum, because she would have been probably the most famous British museum or floating museum in the world. Obviously we've got Victory, yeah. I like Victory's old. Victory's probably the oldest museum that you can still walk on and, you know, see. Queen Mary, she sunk, so she's just like, yeah. Anyway, enough about Warspite museums and everything. Let's have a look at Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, probably my most favourite CFI battleship in the game. Obviously, yeah, I have Repulse, Renown, and all that, yeah. But this is probably the best Tier 5 battleship you could ever get for free. The guns are accurate, the AP smashes them. You've got third largest gun at the tier. The Mutsu has the biggest. You've then got the West Virginia with the 16-inch. They both have 16-inch, but Mutsu has 410s. West Virginia has 406s. This has 381s. Third biggest guns at the tier. I think the most accurate, or Warspite might actually be, I don't know. But they're both really, really accurate. Amazingly powerful. Yes, squishy. Yes, you can hurt them and chunk them for about 15 to 20k. But if you play it right, you know what you're doing, you can absolutely smash the enemy team. So with that note, that's all I have time for you today. So if you would like to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the gameplay of Queen Elizabeth. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Goodbye.